Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video. This is part of what I'm calling Aussie Week and New Zealand Week, man. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. There's a lot of videos coming after this one, and that's pretty much it. So this one is called The Single Australian Farm That's Bigger Than 49 Countries. I mean, my country's not that big, so yeah, 49 countries, that's not like crazy. Yeah, but now the question I would have is this actually a farm, or we're just trying to make it seem like, oh, look, it's bigger than this place, this place. Like, is it really an actual farm, or is it just a desert? So hopefully that gets answered in this video. But anyways, let's get this to 25 likes if we can. Appreciate you guys, man. Let's do it.
Anna Creek Station is massive. Whether you describe it as a private...
Let's go.
Anna Creek Station is massive. Whether you describe it as a privately held piece of...
Anna's Creek? I knew it. I was going to make a joke, but I definitely knew Anna, but her creek wasn't like this. But anyway.
Is massive. Whether you describe it as a privately held piece of property or a ranch, it's the biggest one of those. It's as tall as the Netherlands, as wide as Wales, and basically every article about it adeptly mentions that it's bigger in total size than Israel. A perfect choice for comparison given that Israel's size is very constant and in no way subject to controversy. It also happens to be bigger than El Salvador, Belize, Djibouti, and literally dozens of other countries, but hey, all engagement is good engagement.
What about my booty?
While its size is surprising, Anna Creek's location isn't. Australia, it turns out, is absolutely littered with giant cattle stations. Clifton Hill Station is 6,650 square miles, right around the size of Eswatini. Alexandria...
Actually, that was a lot of green. I thought it was going to be just like a desert or something. Okay.
Station is 6,220 square miles, also around the size of Eswatini, and the station, which is a restaurant in Warunga, is 0.00011 square miles, but apparently has, quote, no surprises, good or bad. So why is Australia overrun with a bunch of bovine micronations? Well, a lot of it is explained by taking a look at this map. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you look at this map is that a lot of it is very red, and if you're thinking that seems probably bad, great news, you're about one sentence ahead of me. A huge portion of Australia falls under the charmingly blunt distinction hot desert. European settlers took one look at this desert, gave up, and declared it on this map as useless, overlooking the fact that indigenous people had managed to live off those lands for centuries, but they also took one look at some other bits of slightly less hot, slightly less dry desert, and awarded it the distinction of sparse grazing lands. But even with...
So the Europeans just couldn't take it. I mean, like my country gets really dry. Sometimes where you can go 3, 4, 5 months of drought, and we need the rain because we grow crops, and it's really hot and humid. And yeah, plus the fact that the island that I'm from, we're basically living on an active volcano, and we just built around the base of the volcano. We built houses. That's what we basically did. So it's hot.
Its not useless designation, Anna Creek Station isn't exactly welcoming. It has sparse vegetation, only gets about 8 inches or 20 centimeters of rain a year, and can reach up to 131 degrees Fahrenheit or 55 degrees Celsius, a temperature scientifically known as very, very hot. And that's why the station's so big. Because the vegetation's so sparse, it just takes a massive area to give the cattle, in a good year about 17,000, enough to graze on. For comparison, King Ranch, the largest ranch in the US, is less than 1/7 the size of Anna Creek, yet supports about twice the number of cattle on its wetter, cooler, more vegetated landscape. So how does the farm the size of 147 Liechtensteins manage to operate? Well, the key, of course, is staff. And to operate a potentially Israel-sized piece of land, they employ a massive 11 people. 1 manager, 8 station hands, a plant operator, and a cook. Yep, 11.
I mean, there's really not much there anyways, right? So, but it's just kind of like mind-boggling to think about, though. 11 people.
Many of whom are young and functionally apprentices called, and this is true, jackaroos and jillaroos. This enormous area is run by the same number of people as a somewhat busy McDonald's, largely thanks to technology. It operates its faraway water pumps remotely with UHF radio waves, and cattle are often located using low-flying plane runs and then rounded up by station hands on motorbikes instead of horses because motorbikes typically don't experience heat stroke. The staff primarily operates out of this single homestead, powered by a diesel generator and satellite internet connection. If you need to go to town, the nearest is here.
Bro, this is okay. So what's the point of those 11 people working there? Like, what's the point of having that? Is it just the cattle? Like, I mean, it's only what, 17,000 that they said. So is that where half Australia's cattle is coming from? Because if not, what's the point? Like, why take care of it? Like, nobody's there. There's no houses except for that one little spot. What's the point? Like, why are we there? I'm just saying.
Coober Pedy, although to be honest, calling it a town is generous. It's got a population of just 1,762 people, and basically everyone lives in these crazy underground caves like they're in a mid-2000s YA dystopia. There's actually an even smaller town in the center of the property here called William Creek. It's got a little hotel, a pub, some campgrounds, and even what they claim is a 9-hole golf course, but what is more accurately 9 holes dug kinda far away from each other in the middle of the desert. But these facilities actually see decent business from tourists taking the treacherous trip to Lake Eyre. The hotel regularly sees most of its 53 rooms booked and is the core of the economy in the town with an official population of just 10. Both William Creek and the nearby station Homestead are served mail by the Coober Pedy Oodnadatta one-day mail run, a delightfully quaint bus that goes from Coober Pedy to William Creek to Oodnadatta on unpaid.
Bro, that truck better not break down. If I'm waiting for lunch, you better not break down. And if you do break down, there better be another one right behind it. I'm not starving because the car is in the middle of nowhere.
4x4 roads twice a week as an official Australia Post contractor, but also offering spots for tourists who can experience the thrill of going over whatever Gibber plains are. The issue of the largest privately owned piece of land raises the question, who privately owns it? Well, before the comments start going insane, I should point out that technically, Anna Creek Station is not privately owned, but privately held, under something called a pastoral lease, where the land is technically owned by the Australian government, and there are certain ways pastoralists are required to use it. Now that I haven't said anything in this video that will upset people, I can move on to telling you that for most of its history, Anna Creek was owned by Sir Sidney Kidman, who at the time of his death owned nearly 4% of Australia's mainland, and before you ask, yes, he is related to Antonia Kidman. Recently, S. Kidman & Co. was in the process of being sold to a joint venture between Hancock Prospecting and Shanghai Cred, but the government refused to let this part foreign ownership buy Anna Creek for national security reasons, given that Anna Creek lies within the Woomera Prohibited Area, home to the largest land weapons testing range in the world. Instead, the largest tract of land in the world is now held by Williams Cattle Company, who also owns 5 neighboring properties, giving them a total land ownership larger than Switzerland, and the official title of #1 owner of giant Australian cattle stations except for S. Kidman & Co., which still has slightly more.
Jesus. Okay, that video ended so weird. Like, I was getting into it, and then all of a sudden, it just ended. Like, like, bro, I was waiting for more information and stuff, but okay. But yeah, so what's the, like, purpose of just, like, taking care of it? And why are those 11 people there? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I get it. They said, you know, tourists is coming, but, like, is it that much, though? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know. But it was interesting, though. But damn, man, some people went over there, was like, yo, man, it's too hot out here, bro. Nah, we can't do anything. So let's just spread out. I don't know. But it was different. So why not? Anyways, that was different. But anyways, man, if there's more interesting video about New Zealand or Australia, because we're still going to stay in this area for a little bit. You know, I still got to learn about the military. There's a lot of different sports and food that I actually want to react to. Anyways, keep your head up. Love you guys always, man. Till next time. Peace.